pressed? Well, my friends, every extra virgin olive oil is first cold pressed and vice versa. If it's first cold pressed, it's going to be extra virgin because it's extremely expensive process to make extra virgin olive oil. You see, when those olives are harvested early on a tree, and in the northern hemisphere, the olive harvest, maybe the end of October throughout November, early December. The earlier the olives are harvested, though, the less amount of oil they have in them, but that oil is absolutely chock full of nutrients, the flavor of the growing season, the chlorophyll from the growing season. That's why you'll hear some olive oils described as having a grassy flavor or aroma. That's the chlorophyll. The olive was harvested so early that the olive was still full of chlorophyll from the growing season. And that comes through after the olive oil is pressed. Well, when the producers or farmers gather their olives early and crush them, the yield is roughly about 16% olive oil. But if the farmer will wait another month and leave those olives on the tree, they'll grow fat and they'll get more water in them. And the producer then, when the olives are crushed, the olives will yield maybe 26%. So you can see you're going to get a lot more olive oil, but it's not going to be chock full of those flavors and the nutrients that the early olives would give up. So the early olive oils are crushed, simply crushed. Then they're mixed with a small bit of water, and that water has to be below 27 degrees centigrade. And that mash is rotated and trundled around. And then the water or the liquid is sent to a centrifuge, and the centrifuge then separates the olive juice, if you will, the water in the juice and the oil in the juice, and sends the oil off to the tap. And the water is discarded. Now, what is virgin? Well, in the Italian language, virgin, a secondary definition of virgin, is raw. So you see, this makes perfect sense. Extra virgin olive oil, first cold pressed, it's completely unprocessed. Extra virgin olive oil is a raw food. That's why that water can't exceed 27 degrees centigrade, because if it gets warmer than that, then you're actually starting to process the olive oil, kind of cooking it. We don't want that. That would make it, if that exceeds 27 degrees centigrade, they're not allowed to call that extra virgin olive oil. It would be called or classified virgin olive oil. So virgin olive oil would be, see, once you crush all those olives, you're going to have there be some oil left in that mash. After the extra virgin olive oil is taken through and sent through the centrifuge, there's still a mash full of oil. And if they use heat, they'll extract more oil, but that's not raw. And if they use chemicals, they can get even more oil out of that pile of crushed olives. But see, then the olive oil would be loaded with chemicals and would have to be cooked or processed to get that chemical out of the olive oil. Now we're talking refined olive oil. All that is 100% fat, zero flavor, no nutrients. So that's the difference between refined olive oil and extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin is raw, completely full of great things for your body and flavor. And refined has got nothing for you, it's just fat.